Hi, welcome back. Bit of a random one today. I've got a load of little jobs to get done. It's a couple of days before Christmas and I don't normally do little jobs like this, but it's for regulars. So I'm going to try and help them out and get a few of these little jobs done. I quite like doing these kind of jobs every now and then. Let's see what I've got to do. I've made a little bit of a list because this is one of these kind of awkward ones where there's a lot of individual little jobs. It means you need quite an array of tools. So I've got a curtain rail that's attached into a ceiling that needs to be taken down and all the holes filled. So that's me filler bag and all that sort of stuff. I need to fit and oil a new solid wood door threshold. So I need some oil to put on that after I've cut it and whatnot. What else? Oh, there's an awkward skirting board repair in a bedroom to do. Basically, where they've had some fitted wardrobes put in years ago, and when they've put the fitted wardrobes in, they've pulled the skirting board out around the wardrobe, but they've never bothered to actually scribe the wardrobe into where the skirting board was. So there's just a giant gap now where the skirting board was, and the skirting board that is still there is really badly damaged, so I need to try and sort that out. I haven't quite worked out how I'm going to do it. And then after I've done that, I'm on to another job where I need to put up a TV bracket, I need to put up a mirror, I need to dismantle a large mirror, and I need to discuss a shelving job that I'm potentially going to be doing in the new year. So a few bits and pieces, so lots of different stuff I need. Let's get the truck packed. Right, I'm going to start on this skirting job. You can see the mess I've left it in, and unfortunately I can't take out that piece of skirting because you can see the plaster's just going to come away from the wall if I tried to do that. So that skirting's going to have to stay there, and I need to get some sort of strip of skirting down this gap on the right. So plan A on this, because I can't fit the skirting down the gap on the side, is that I'm going to cut off the mitre at the kind of edge, and I'm going to try and fit that down the gap and see how that looks, but I'm not 100% that that's going to cut it. We shall see. Right, so that fits in pretty well, but the gap at the top is going to look awful. The trouble is there's no wall to even attach stuff into. It's difficult to see, but it's just a great big gap at the side. There's a tiny, tiny bit of wood at the front, but there's just nothing to attach anything into. I'm a bit limited in my options here, so I think what I'm going to have to do is cut the mitre off and try and squeeze a piece of skirting down that gap. Right, I'm going to let that dry for a bit, and while that's drying, I'm going to tackle this little sealing job here. I basically just need to take down this rail and fill the holes. So this is just an undercoat going on once it's all sanded, and then it gets another 2 coats with the roller afterwards, and you literally can't see it once it's all done. So that's the threshold in. Give it a quick coat of Danish oil I'm using on this, and I'm going to let that dry for a bit and then give it another coat later on. Right, that's that one done and dusted. That's took probably about 3.5 hours, but I did have to nip off to Wicks and pick up the threshold, but I decided to do that mid-job because I knew I was going to have to wait on paint and fillet to dry anyway, so sometimes I would like pre-prepare that side of things, but I knew on this job I was going to be waiting around, so there was no point really. So yeah, on to the next one. It's now 1:30 in the afternoon. My next job's not till 2 o'clock. I've had a spot of lunch and I'm a little bit early. I'm in sunny Jesmond at the minute, which is Studentsville in Newcastle, if you're not aware. All the students live in Jesmond, and many very successful and professional people obviously live in Jesmond as well. I don't want to get in trouble saying it's only students, but a lot of students live in Jesmond. Jesmond's a little bit closer to the city. In fact, you pretty much can see like the civic centre and stuff from where I'm parked up at the minute, so I'm almost in the city centre. Jesmond is so close, it's like a 5-minute walk straight into the top end of Newcastle. Gosforth's a little bit further out, probably 2-3 miles out. So you've kind of got the Gosforth, then Jesmond, then Newcastle when you're coming in from the north, I guess. So I've got this TV bracket to do and a mirror, so I have no idea what's involved in the TV bracket. I haven't seen it. All I know is I need to put a TV bracket up. Hopefully I'll get parked. It's in a bit of a tricky place for getting parked, this job, and plus the parking restrictions around Jesmond are an absolute nightmare to kind of fathom out. You need to sit next to the sign and sit there studying it to work out all the double negatives in the signs. I will join you next when I'm hopefully putting a TV on a wall, or a TV bracket on a wall. We shall see. Right, this is a mirror I need to put up. Should be fairly straightforward. It's not particularly heavy. And then this is a TV I need to put on the wall. And that's the bracket for it there on the floor. And it just needs to go kind of centrally in that gap. And then this is this wardrobe door that I need to take to bits so that I can take it to the tips. So all I need to do is dismantle it for them. I need to measure up for some shelves that I need to put in here, but that's going to be a New Year job. I need to fix this bracket for a hanging basket, and I need to put a wreath thing on the door at the back there. There's something coming up on the detector just on the middle screw here, so I'm going to have to be really careful. I'm not sure what it is. There's something in the wall in that area. It's just picking up a very low reading around that area. Could be anything.
So that I could get the camera at eye level. So when I'm talking to the camera, I want it to be at my eye level.
There we go, that's me all done for today and all done for the year. Woohoo! I'm on holiday. So I've got quite a lot to do now because I need to tidy up all this stuff. What time's it? Oh, I haven't done bad for time, to be honest. What's that, 4:30? The reason that I was taking to bits that wardrobe door was because they wanted to take it to the tip and they couldn't fit it in their car. So I offered to take it away for them because there's 4 nice mirrors there that I can probably make use of. I'm sure I can make something out of them at some point. I've also got all this really nice extruded aluminium here, which I'm not sure, I haven't really got a use for it at the minute, and I try not to hoard stuff too much, but at the same time, if I wanted to buy that, that would be expensive. Typical day in the life of my little joinery business that I have up here in Newcastle. As I say, don't normally do the smaller jobs that often, but when I do them, they are quite good fun to do. Read? I best crack on, get all this put away. Thank you again for watching. I hope you found that vaguely interesting. I've been so ultra organised that I've got most of me Christmas stuff filmed. This might come out between Christmas and New Year. We will see. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Have an amazing New Year and catch up in 2018.